Okay, so this video is going to be a little bit different because it doesn't necessarily involve Darth Dawkins, but it could in an indirect way. So let me give you a little bit of a background about what took place. So I'm going to show you a clip of about 20 seconds. I was in Clubhouse the other day for probably a good hour and a half, and I was unexpectedly and for no reason or warning or explanation kicked out of the room. Okay, now here is the last 20 seconds or so of that event.
On the biblical worldview, it is perfectly good for God to create his scenario and his path for salvation in the way that he did. And so when you object to that, what you're doing is you are defining perfectly good in a non-biblical way. And so even though you said you're doing it in internal critique, you're actually...
Okay, so I was in the room for probably a good hour and a half, didn't interject at any single time, didn't say anything, didn't message anyone, just was there to listen, relax, enjoy the conversation. Okay, now, after I was kicked, I noticed, I went back and looked at that, and I noticed that there was only 2 moderators in the room at the time I was kicked. One of them was Redefine Living, the other one was Barthology Plus. I have sent messages to both of them asking them if they know who kicked me or the reason why they kicked me. Now I'm going to show you the message that I sent to Barthology Plus. This was the message which I sent to him, and I'm going to show you the message I sent to him and also his response. This is completely unedited. Okay, here are those messages. Okay, so I'm going to read this. This is my message. Hey, what's up? I was curious. Earlier today, I was in your room for about an hour and a half, just listening. Darth came into the room, and a few minutes later, I was kicked out of the room. Do you know who kicked me and the reason why? Now, here's his response. I didn't kick you. Why you were kicked, no idea. Okay, just curious, thanks. I barely kick anyone. And if I'm going to kick you, I would tell you beforehand. Cowards don't say anything. Okay, well, I have been kicked before without any warning or explanation, and I have a pretty good idea who has did it, if you get my drift. He doesn't like my message. Okay, now if you look at the timestamp on that message, you could see that I sent that to him. This was Saturday evening at 11:46 p.m. Okay, now, following this, I think it was the next day, I was in another room, and Barthology Plus was also in the same room, and I got kicked again. Now this time Darth did not come in the room. The only 2 moderators in the room were Barthology Plus and Redefine Living. So I did send messages to both of them. I did not receive a reply from Redefine Living, not yet. But I did receive a reply to Barthology Plus. Here is that reply. Well, it just happened again. I hate to sound like a broken record, but I was just kicked again from your room, and this time Dee Dee was not in there. The only two mods were you and Redefine. And here was his reply. I was sleeping, goddammit. I'm up now making breakfast for my kids. I don't live online like that. Change your fucking name. So I wrote back, I'm not talking about now. If you notice, I sent you that message last night at about 12 a.m. Forget it? Boyan Pravecha. And then he replies, you hate him, but you want to sit in a chat listening to him. It doesn't make sense to me. That's another conversation. You gave me the answer to my question. Have a good day. Take care. Then he writes back, I don't notice shit from you toxic fucking shitbag of people. Don't ever message me again. Okay, so I didn't message him again. I left it alone. I was willing to leave it at that. That's fine. But what happened after that, earlier today, I was in a chat room. He was also in the chat room. And I was just there listening. He was a mod in that chat room along with maybe 3 other mods, I think. 2 or 3. And he brought up my name. Now, like I said, I would have left everything alone. But what he said was what made me decide to do this video. What he told the room, okay, he told the room that I accused him of kicking me out of the other chat room. So he called me up and I raised my hand and I came up. And basically all I said was, well, okay, the first thing I need to say is that you told the room that I was the one who kicked you out of the room. Or you told the room that I accused you of kicking me out of the room. If you go back and read those messages, I don't think you'll see that. So where he's getting that from, I think he's just basically pulling it out of his keister, okay? Because I never accused him. I asked him. Okay, so let's get that straight. So anyway, to end this video, I am now going to let you listen to another clip. This is a clip which is in Clubhouse. Now, I was not there at the time that this exchange occurred, but I recorded it from another chat room where they were talking about this particular exchange. It's an exchange between Barthology Plus and another individual that goes by the name of Rob. Here's that exchange. Now, I will add, this is an edited version of the entire chat because the chat was several minutes long, the exchange was several minutes long, but I just want to get to the part which was the closing. It was more or less on the tail end of the conversation. I didn't do anything except just cut that part. So here is that exchange.
Maybe you've been hanging out. Maybe you've been hanging out. Listen to me. Maybe you've been hanging out with too many fucking females. Okay? Too many wannabe Irish gypsy fucking females that you think you can get away with the same shit that fucking bitch does. Well, let me tell you, you just reduced yourself to a female. You reduced yourself to a cunt rag. That's what you just did. Holy crap. You basically reduced yourself, your manhood, to be a little bitch. I'm just letting you know. That's what you did. Because men don't need to talk to each other like you just spoke to me. Like, women do stuff like that. Women do the whole, if you're friends with the friend, I'm not going to be your friend anymore. Like, who says that? Like, what man says you can't be friends with who you can be friends with to be my friend? Like, Who says that?
Yeah, you're
So
a little bit confused.
you've been hanging out. Maybe you've been hanging out with this Irish gypsy cunt too long, and it's starting to get to your fucking head. Okay? I don't need you, and I don't need anybody. I'll be up on this fucking stage with who the fuck I want to be with. Did you hear that?
Yeah, look, you can be emotional and carry on like a lunatic. I'll clarify for you.
Me triggered. I got my fucking.
Yeah, trigger doesn't bother me. You can carry on like a lunatic.
You want the business? I'll give
You give me the business. If I gave you a manual on how to do the business, you still couldn't do it. Look, just chill out.
Then don't be around when I'm around. How about that?
Chill out.
We'll make a peace. Don't fucking.
Just chill out. You're getting all emotional now.
Stupid app. You wouldn't say that shit to me. I'm 6 foot and gorgeous. You wouldn't say that shit to me in my face.
Oh, I would, my friend. Oh, I would.
No, I bet you wouldn't.
You don't know me.
Rob, shut up.
I guarantee you I would.
Rob, you really need to shut up. That's what you need to do.
You stop babbling in the background.
You need to shut the fuck up. I don't know who you're talking to.
You
all that, man. Shut up.
You just some sort of cheerleading babbler in the background there. So, Bart, let me clarify what I said. Because, of course, you got emotional, so you overreacted. All I said to you is the following. I'm going to blame you if he's a moderator and insist that
why are you blaming him? Why does it matter? Why do you care so much?
Then kicks me. Hey, stop talking.
Yo, listen, Rob.
Every time you just stop talking.
Mod in this chat. He's already a mod in this chat. So do what you gotta do.
Did you hear what I said? See, the problem is when you get emotional,
and you don't need to finish the sentence. I heard what the fuck you said.
What did I say?
I was laying in my 1,200 count fucking sheets, chilling, not out in the cold, and you got me hot. I needed to go out to my fucking car. I started warming the shit up, and I made myself a coffee. Yo, Rob, he's already a mod. So act as if. You already said what you needed to say. I'm perfectly fine with it. Act as if he's going to come on here
we'll wait and see if it happens.
Embarrass the shit out of you. That's it.
We'll wait and see if it happens.
Rob, shut up. Shut up.
DM him. I might DM him.
I don't like Jason. Jason is another fucking weirdo, too. With his long ass hair.
I'm going to tell him to do it in my name. That's what I'm going to do. I'm going to say, you know what?
Thanks,
do it in the name of Barth. Okay?
Okay? So now remember, people, what you just heard is from the same mouth as the person that said, or someone who equated me or compared me as being a toxic individual. Okay? Remember that.